Good morning. I'm Warren Bond, and this is Gerrit Hoekstra. We're very excited to be announcing the global launch of Matchi today. We have co-designed Matchi with the innovation team of one of the most innovative banks in the world to solve for two main problems. The first problem is banks looking to reach out and find innovations from around the globe in an ever-changing and fast-moving world. The second problem is for innovators to be able to connect to banks and get noticed by banks, and in particular to speak to the right people at banks such as the innovation teams and the product teams. So we have put together an innovation matchmaking site where banks and innovators can connect. Let's have a look at the site. The first thing we'll show you is the bank experience, and then we'll show you the innovators experience. So Gerrit is logged in as a banker. When you log in, the banker's landing page has details of a whole lot of innovations. You can sort, filter, search for innovations based on various criteria. Gerrit's having a look through these different innovations, and as he scrolls down, he gets to one valuation up. You can see that at the bottom that he's interested in. So he clicks on this innovation to have a look. Inside, you'll see a whole lot of detail that the innovator has captured. On the summary, the goals and benefits of this innovation. There's supporting documents. There's the detail of the innovation, ownership of IP, etc. All the kind of details one wants to see regarding these innovations. So Gerrit's now interested in this innovation. He wants to connect with this innovator. You see on the top right there the innovator's details. And there's a private messaging system, so Gerrit can connect to that innovator, send that innovator a message, and start talking to that innovator about collaborating. You'll also see on the menu items there's invite. Invite has been set up for collaboration. There's two main functions here for a bank. One is for the bank to set up for their innovation teams or product teams to be able to access the site and collaborate around these innovations. The second opportunity with Invite is to actually allow banks to collaborate amongst themselves. So, for example, if a bank's got an innovation they want to work on, it's going to cost $5 million. They know of another bank, maybe they don't compete with in a different part of the world, that wants to work on that too. They can use Matchi to connect with that bank and say, look, let's share these costs, and maybe it costs each of them $2.5 million. So that's the kind of opportunity that one can realize through Matchi. If we log out of that experience and we go across to the innovators experience, which Gerrit will do now, you'll just re-log in there. And here you'll see when the innovator lands, the innovator has a different landing page. The innovator can only see their own innovations. So this particular innovator's logged multiple innovations, but an innovator cannot view other parties' innovations, can amend their profile, etc. And let's look now, an innovator wants to add an innovation. So Gerrit will select the Add Innovation menu item. And here you'll see, this is obviously blank at the stage, but it's the same information that you've just seen when the bank looked for those innovations. As Gerrit scrolls back up, you'll now see similar things invite. So the innovator can invite members of their own team to be involved in the site as well, profile and messages. So on the messages tab, you'll see that this innovator now has got two messages. And these are messages that they've received from a bank saying, we'd like to chat to you about your innovation and to collaborate. So just to spend a little bit of time on the ecosystem, for banks to be a part of Matchi and to use the site is totally free. There's no cost for using the site at all. When a bank gets into discussions and negotiations with an innovator, that's an arm's length discussion and arrangement between the bank and the innovator to license technology, buy the company, who knows whatever the normal commercial terms are that are agreed there. From an innovator's side, there are two options. There's a startup model, which follows a crowdfunding type model. There's no cost to log your innovation, but there's a small percentage of revenues generated. Or there's a pro module where the innovator can pay a set fee, and then there's that's all they pay to list their innovation on the site. So as I mentioned earlier, we're launching this today. If you're a bank who's looking for innovations, we'd love to chat to you. If you're an innovator who's wanting to log innovations, also please come and chat to us at the booth, or go onto Matchi.Biz and register, and we'll get you up and running. Thank you very much for your time.